this new council leadership.
So after that somewhat favorable review, we turn to this panel's favorite part of the week. They get to name their Disgrace of the Week. Patty.
We now know who spent $4 million on the worst campaign of the primary, the Senate Majority PAC, which paid to, talk about how Ron Hanks was too conservative for Colorado, how Greg Lopez was too conservative and flat out nuts for Colorado, in a move to try to get them to be the Republican nominees. But as it turned out, that money was all wasted. And in reality, maybe Greg Lopez would have been a better candidate against Jared Polis, because I don't think we could get off to a worse start than Heidi Ganahl has this week.
David, your Disgrace.
I heard that people in England are freaking out because they're having a very hot summer there. So I went on the computer and watched a British weather television broadcast. And you know what the temperature is over there? It's 40 degrees. Well, over here it's 90 and we're not all complaining, for goodness sake.
Penfield, your Disgrace of the Week.
Well said, David. The ongoing saga of Tina Peters, as I said earlier, she just needs to go to jail and do her time. But I'm really concerned about our police force and police department. It's bad enough that there's a rise in crime, but when the police department are responsible for people getting shot, innocent people getting shot, there's a concern about possible recklessness there.
Now, my favorite part of these discussions that we get to have here, something nice. Patty, do you have something nice to add?
I actually do. And I was saying there have been good things that have happened in Colorado. Just recently, the Arkans Promenade. So if you look at the old South Platte area heading down from National Western over down along Brighton, used to be a mess, used to be a cesspool. You see now the Rhino Art Park that's opened there, which is a great facility with a branch library. And you also now have the Arkans Promenade, which is a beautiful area. So there are things in Denver that are great that we should celebrate more and we should talk about more.
David.
To my surprise, the Denver government's plan for what it calls social equity in licensing for marijuana delivery actually is not racist and is fair. They give priority in licenses to people who had a close family member who was arrested for marijuana. That's good. And then other priorities go to people who are very low income or who live in really in impoverished neighborhoods. And that's following up on Colorado's enterprise zone idea, which is to try and have less government regulation, more stimulation of commerce in poor neighborhoods. So good for the city council.
Penfield, you're something nice.
I think it's community conversation. And what I mean that with the hot weather, and everybody's talking about that, what people are also talking about and being more considerate about is the plight of the Colorado River and the issue about availability of water in this community. And so as we continue to use only what we need, the fact that more and more people are being made aware of the plight of water scarcity in our region, I think is important.
I get to assert my privilege of adding something nice to the conversation on behalf of the entire team at PBS 12. Longtime host Dominic Dezzutti, who also started as an intern here, was inducted to the Heartland Emmys 2022 Silver Circle. And we all got to be there to witness it and celebrate his many contributions here. And a fond farewell to Julius Ames, our studio manager and jack of all trades, who was crucial to the success of this very show. That's all the time we have for this week. Thank you all for joining the conversation. And don't forget to watch previous episodes or rewatch this one at pbs12.org and on the PBS 12 YouTube channel. And share your thoughts with us by emailing CIO@pbs12.org. That's all for tonight. I'm Eden Lane. Good night.